It is time, my friends, for our historical and unique grand finals in VCT China. It's time for XLG to face Bilibili, and my friends, this one will be epic. I won't be present on the first maps because I will be doing the VCT Pacific games, but if there's time, I will come back to watch in the end, okay? Enjoy the game, I will make sure the highlights are clean, and I love you all. Have a great Sunday, my friends.
Without further ado, your grand finals starts right now.
It's just starting off with utility on both sides to stall out. Shilai. So get a bit of pressure towards Dish. Show some presence, and the first pick of your grand finals has been found by Raga, who tries to go for more, and it's YOU that will trade that one out. But Neff is not one to sit back lightly, swinging through the smoke, not once but twice, trying to carry their team to some kind of lead. But his left players all alone. It's Bilibili that are going to have to go for a retake, and the spike is down so quickly.
Good util left here as well, but with Coconut trapped in this corner, we'll have to start using some. The flash and the aftershock to get out of this. Levius that picks up the first kills. Viva having to stand to do it all from a 2 versus 3. BLG continue what they finished off on Fracture.
Felt that pressure and feel the need to pivot.
They move across to B, but Hathaway hasn't really taken much space, so it's going to be a tough fight, and you can see that coming in instantly. 1-for-1 trades, and Knight with the Spectre is shutting everything down. With 20 seconds left to go, it's a 3 versus 2 in Bilibili's favour. Hathaway, yes, is taking control of Heaven, but will be shut down, and all of a sudden Coconut has a Phantom and has to make like a ghost to save this weapon. It comes in really fast. The wall goes up, will get a little bit of access to sight, but first time ever, it's just shut down straight away, and Shilai off the back of that timeout, facing into everything. PLG have the ultimates to push it back as well, and spike down on sight. This is Hathaway needs a save, but it won't be allowed.
It's great in our gold lobbies, Veggie, and not so great in pro play when people are just tapping you in the head. It's not quite that raid boss, but it's going to lead the charge. Raga trying to gain some space. They're through sands, but if we know anything about Bilibili, Knight is going to swing this smoke. And they are just looking for the trades, but it's Shilai that are just one step ahead. For the first time, we are actually seeing a numbers advantage for this team.
But can they hold on to it? The last time we've seen a post plan, they had the numbers and it fell away as well. Viva taking a bit of chip damage, has to use those missiles just to delay the timing as well. Death with this Rolling Thunder is going to be huge, but it does hit YZ as well, which stops the push coming in, and all of a sudden this time is ticked down so far that it's actually not too winnable as a situation here.
Both Rolling Thunders used to counter each other. Neff just doesn't have the time to work with. Might try look to do a little bit of damage, get some exit frags, build up that ultimate charge again, but they have been caught out. It will not matter. Viva can't hit the shots. Why even take that step of trading out the entry? I'll just be the entry. Yep.
All you need to do, solution solved for all you Cypher mains out there. If you're struggling to win games, just be the duelist you were born to be. But that duelist will be dead this time as YZ shuts them down quite quickly. Now identifying that this whole push can only end up on A, and BLG in a very good spot to deal with it. However, Shilai are starting to feel this game in. They've started to warm up, and they do have the kills going in their favour.
That's the angle needed to pick off Coconut, but there's 3 members to take down, and retaking with an operator historically has never been a good situation to be in. And as a swing out from Coconut pretty much secures this round, gonna have to see YZ back away, and the question is, do we see the hunt? I don't even know, have they seen this operator? Do they know it exists?
Yeah,
I feel like we haven't even seen it.
Okay, picked up the kill, yeah, it got Hathaway, but
they can choose to commit, they can choose to back away, and you see why are you already waiting, holding that angle, holding the smoke, but it's Raga that will get both the kills, and there's more members peeking. Bilibili just can't help themselves. They see an angle, they see a fight, they just have to take it.
Like a kid, when there's like free candy around, they're like, oh, I can try it, but they don't know the police are watching them, right? So they try and take a handful, and then all of a sudden they're getting arrested and they're put in jail for stealing candy, but they've not learned their lesson. They try it again, the next one tries it, and then they're in jail, and then the next one tries it, and they're in jail. That's what's happening right now. Bilibili just cannot stop swinging, and all this attack will come from the south. Don't need Jon Snow, there's nothing to worry about in that north at least, but with the fake being sold on site.
How does Raga get one? It's a situation that 1v3 they shouldn't have got anything, but now they found their way through. But it is Levius just swinging out the smoke. They can't not help themselves, this Bilibili squad, but why would they when it always works? And even more aggression. It's YZ now pushing forwards. The overdrive going to be used as well to get that movement to find that kill. And with BLG just finding their way onto site, Coconut, the former IGL, the former captain, the former leader, carrying their team through this round.
You put the Phantom in the Coconut and shake it all up, and the result that you get is another round win. Looked a little bit scrappy and messy there, but ultimately it works.
I feel like the biggest part for that is the fake was sold so well, but not only that, Raga got one. I feel like in those situations, in those fakes, you're not really expecting...
They got in the last... They'll be looking to one up that, showing that they've learned their mistakes from before. Yes, there's some compositional differences, but they need a different outcome, and falling straight into that trap on Levius is not what you needed on this round. And right now we're standing and deliver. Everyone will fall to this Cypher, but it takes Happy Way, the opposition Cypher, to start this comeback.
And smoke's all on the site. It's a little bit chaotic for both these squads, but the numbers are dwindling. It's Happy Way that has to be the hero, has access to the spike. Only one cage to use and a triple hold. There's 3 players there and waiting, and there is no chance at all. And Veggie, you were worried for Sheila.
It looks so like they're just happy to just sit and play a heavy retake over on A.
What is that? What? Someone check in PC. That's not allowed. Happy Way, you can't be doing that in the finals. We've got to check. The word.exe must be active right now, at least for that one kill. With all the smokes going down, it is going to be side taken. Why are you trying to gain some space? All alone, K-Knight having to hold down this dish position. But YZ is here to support, and there are members pushing through. Bilibili does not want to give this space easily, and why would they when they could just find every single kill across the map? Happy Way left all alone with absolutely nothing to do.
You can see that they just want to play retake, right? They have Happy Way set up, not on site, but holding onto the back end main. They want to try and get through, but so far I haven't seen too many signs that it's going to work.
Like you said, they are happy playing that retake. They are happy playing for these set plays, and it's something they've done well. And a little bit of a gap in the smoke, but you can't find anything there. All 3 smokes have already been used by Bilibili. It is now a completely open site for them, and they feel like they have to go aggressive on it. It is the right call, but Teo Util is just going to stall out YZ from taking any aggressive fights here. But they just want to push forward. They just want to keep finding these fights. Do not want to let Gilai set up for that aggressive set play, and why would they when it's working so well? Raga, though, has found their way forwards, looking to find these kills, looking to take these fights, give their team a chance to defuse that spike, but it's not planted for Russia. They're gonna have to run forwards, but it's a pro-stone fake situation. They get half and find the kill, and Viva, the IGL, being that carry that this team needs.
Do BLG know about that?
This fight is a round-defining moment, and Viva knows that there could be a player there, that there could be a lurk there, and with the spike going down, there's a very small chance that Bilibili can win this, but they are facing a lot of utility.
Strange plant position as well. Happy Way still having that trip up, knows that nobody could really push through in towards A attack spawn. The Armageddon will just clear out A main now as well to give them some, but unchecking Dish could cause a little bit of an Armageddon to answer back, and now they just have to hold. But a 1 versus 2, the overdrives initiated, and Viva, the player who's won before, will look to do it again, and does. get the ace. The time is there as well. The defuse comes in. It's massive for Sheila. It's massive for Viva. Every possibility. It's an improvement from before.
And I'm dumbfounded. My jaw is dropped. I mean, the fact that that round was so close to the 4 versus 2, but the fact that it comes down to Viva having to ace every single player, getting all of these kills. And while it is a good team effort, that should not have been as close as it was.
Yeah, I'm just getting flashbacks to the goal Eddie Guerrero with a name like Viva La Rosa coming in, making sure that XLG are not going down without a fight in this first map in this grand final and putting on a show. 1-for-1 trade thanks to the aftershock. Coconut using everything that they have to do, but can they keep on this momentum? Top Eddie flank coming in.
Not quite able to stop the plant, not able to spam it out. Orbital Strike is going to force them back a little bit. Now Bilibili wants to look for these fights. K-Knight is this anchor up top, has to find some kills, and they manage to do so. But it's Rusia taking an aggressive angle, looking to stop the onslaught of players. And in an even number situation, it's going to be a fault line that's used to slow down Coconut. The former IGL can't do anything. And Viva just left alone to die. And Bilibili on those double-digit rounds. It is their game to lose now.
Back to restoring normality. Russia had enough of losing, was not going to let Viva pull another one out the well. You can only go to it so many times. They've learned these lessons before, clearly yet to make their way across to the CN region to start worrying about the south. But this plant down snow, this is dangerous. Like, what do you do in this situation?
Get some kills would be a good start, but it's Bilibili that are going to be finding those kills. While you does a little bit of work taking one single member out for themselves. With all 3 players left in dish now, they are just waiting to force themselves forwards into this blender. Maybe Raga can look to make a little bit of space for their team, give an opportunity to find some kills. But they might just be looking to die to the spike here, deny these orbs, try not to let this Bilibili squad snowball anymore. But if YZ has anything to say about it, they're going to find all 3 of these kills. And the mental boost that they will gain from that is monumental.
If you wanted to die to the spike, how about you die to a bullet through the head in game by the hands of me? I mean, it just gets so close to the ultimate as well, right? It's an extra 3 orbs that get picked up. They're starting to get the ultimates rolling on as well. One away from Rolling Thunder. And they tried to take some aggression early on to shut this one down. They do get the location correct first time. They're not really able to collect. Never mind. Happy wait once again.
Like, what is this player doing? How are they just always finding these kills? But it's only the one and it's traded out. Orbital Strike used as well. It's all the utility. Sheila is banking everything on this round, and why wouldn't they? It's one that they need to win, and they will do so with great effectiveness. You look at the kill counts. Bilibili always ahead. Even the rounds that Sheila wins, it's still very close ones. YZ already found their way through. That overdrive is going to be used to find a very easy kill onto the IGL of XLG. While it is a save round, they've given themselves another rifle. Maybe it's Raga's turn to not care about these smokes, to just push through. But Rusia has found an angle. They're behind 2 players. They just need to find the perfect timing, and they could just shut down an attack. But they haven't found it. They've got to make their move soon, but they've been spotted. Rusia now on the flank, taken out. And as these members from BLG are taken down one by one, it is 1 player left alive. That is Neff. But with only a stinger in hand in a 1 versus 2, you do not have many hopes for them at all.
No, I mean, the problem with that flank that came through was that you're trying to cause long-range damage with the stinger as well.
The force that is Sheila. They managed to insert a player up into this heaven position. That could be just what they need to turn the tides of this round.
Especially if they can manage to sell it and push back, but instead it will just be committed. YZ now starting to reveal the push, but no one quite to see it yet thanks to these blockers from the smokes. YZ kills out Coconut, will allow the plant to come down, and in a 5 versus 4 retake, It's going to be difficult. Can the post plant show a little bit more grit than it has before? XLG have proven that the retakes that they can do is a massive improvement from the first game. And this is looking a little bit better.
Sheila had no idea that there was a player under. There's so many players in main as well. And while they have gained the site, they haven't gained the space that they need. Orbital Strike is online, not to mention that Teo as well. This is so difficult to play against. The stall utility is crazy. And in pretty much a must-win round, BLG have won it. They still have this A main control, and BLG wanting to force the pressure here. It's an Armageddon use. They have to fight it. They need to move forwards, but it's comboed with the Orbital Strike. There is absolutely nowhere that you can go. The utility is perfect, but Viva swinging through the smoke as well. The support is here. YOU looking to find a kill, and they managed to find 2 in a situation where they should have only got 1. And now Rusha, the last player alive, not only alive, 6 health points. They are limping through the map.
Down here quite well for Eli though. 4 players positioned to try and prevent this. They have to deal with the trip. And look how close Hathaway is to this. And it's actually just going to go aggressive and push through. Picks up another kill through the smoke. Throws the hat down and picks up another. This is the raid boss from XLG. Def shuts them down, but at what cost?
At what cost indeed, and it could just be the cost of winning this map in the grand finals when the stakes are highest. BLG might just have crumbled. It's Raga. It's not quite all alone. No smokes being able to be used by Bilibili. These angles can't be cut off. Fault line going to be used instead to gain a little bit of space. You see, the fast lane cuts off those vision lines. Spike is going to go down, but Raga has all the space they need, all the information they need to gain this retake, to push forwards. BLG needs to win this fight. They managed to do so, but there's information there. Raga with the overdrive has found 1, but they know exactly where Wisey is. It's the MVP of this team. It's a player that just can't find the kill. Veggie, we have off. This mid-round call could be perfect, but they have to deal with K-Knight. They have to find that kill first. And not finding that, it's put Bilibili into action. 4 members now on this side of the map, and Viva caught all alone. While there are members on Dish that are dropping down into sight, it's about to be pure chaos. Both these teams want this fight. But Shilai very cleverly backing away, not taking the risk right there. But it will be a risk taken here, as there are still so many Billy members around. And Coconut as the last player left alive. Could they already be creeping through towards the site? But that information from Raga is gained. Levius taken down, and a fault line used to try stall these members. But they just want to keep pushing forward. Raga just keeps wanting to take these fights to pinch the map, but they're being flanked. Wisey has found the perfect timing and shutting them down. But they themselves are taken out, and now in the chaos, Bilibili has an important decision to make. Where does this spike go to? 3 members sprinting out, but a molly will stop them. They just want to run through it. You can't do that. You're taking damage. YOU just will not let you through.
What are they doing there? They're just continuing to push through damage as well. I get there's, I know exactly. I get that there's 16 seconds and you're starting to feel the pressure, but ultimately you're almost on site. It's literally a second away. You can get there. We don't need to go that hyper aggressive and push through it. And I mean, we should have just thought that was the challenge. The floor is lava. Let me step in it.
I mean, at the very least, through it.
They're a bit wise to their own tactics. Spike now gets themselves on site. Pre-plant, uncontested. No utility to even try and delay. And this is a 5-person post plant. They need to deal with this push though coming through from spawn. But Viva is in a great position to do so.
The perfect spot, the perfect opportunity to just wipe out all 3 and give XLG the advantage they need. It is one perfect play, one perfect timing that Viva takes to push their team over the edge. And now it is XLG's game to win. which has voted for Twltch. They believe this one is going to be a Bilibili round win.
You don't listen like to Twitch.
Hey, they seem to have maybe been right about XLG winning the series because they might be on to winning this map. Was in Bilibili's favor. Eva, inches away from finding a kill. Rusha is going to be spotted. But with the stall utility coming through, Raga will just throw away their life. Nobody there to trade. YOU taking down members as well. Viva, they're just running thin. They're just retaking the site as soon as it was taken by BLG. The space already claimed. And just like that, it is map 1 going over to She Lie Gaming. Evolving door, that's going to be something that Coconut is going to be looking to play around. That door opens, it spins around, and in come all of these BLG members. But both players are stunned. It's a concussion versus concussion battle. No one can see, no one can move. But YZ will always manage to find those kills no matter what.
YZ typing ED, get it done. Try and stop the plant, just causes a reposition. Rusha, big right click, and another one to follow it up, and all of a sudden, it's a Clutch Master left all alone once again. A 1 versus 3, a familiar. A familiar position to be in this time. It is a different map. Not clearing out drop just quite yet. Will get that first kill, but with 48 HP, you have a frenzy and a post plant to deal with. K-Knight opening the door. YZ. So good once again, just playing confident, calmly, and will get that kill just when they thought it was safe to look the other way.
All players sprinting over towards this site, trying to get themselves there as fast as possible. And it's a Flood retake. Happy Way is going to be the first one leading the charge, and a right click finds every shot it needs to. And now it's BLG at the disadvantage. They're being forced back by members and utility. They still have time to rotate if they want to, but their ego won't let them. They have to take these fights, and it will be their demise. It's Neff all alone, and YOU, the MVP of that last map. The pivot point, the anchor has to find the opening pick, but finds 2, and now can just get out and back away as Raga hasn't spotted anybody yet, and it's YZ going for even more. How have they found 3? How have they won their team that round from such an aggressive position?
I mean, I think it is literally just that tap of the spike as well that draws out the Armageddon. Yeah. It's crazy that just the littlest touch has caused such massive impact, and I guess that you see that as well. Happy Way missing that.
She Lie, on the other hand, 2 rifles to work with, one of which is a Guardian. Bilibili wanting to take advantage of that weaponry, just pushing the pace. And YZ, this is the Bilibili we expect. This is the YZ we expect. Just running through, but it will be to their detriment. They are taken out. Viva all alone on this site. The IGL has nobody to lead. They're here all alone, but the Flood is coming through. The mollies are good enough to force this Bilibili squad back.
Has to use the Into the Shadows just to escape. And now it actually comes down to if BLG can hold XLG in this trap. Look where Happy Way is! Gets the kill. Yes, K-Knight is taking out you, but all of a sudden, it's a 1 versus 3. You know where the last player is. It's been identified. Raga takes the chip to cause a little bit more damage, and now you have the reinforcements coming. Can Rusha stand their ground and prevent this collapse from happening?
Jeez, stall out and force Rusha into a difficult position. It is XLG just staying calm in this weakened state. They didn't have the weaponry for it, but when you play together as well as this team do, you don't really need that superior weaponry. Opportunity for a potential Flood if they need it. Bilibili taking a big risk planting here.
I mean, this pit, like you said, it stops any future pushes coming in. You cannot be challenging backside. It means that BLG had to push through this choke point, and who better to do it than YZ? Picking up 2, looking for more, will get that 3rd, but well, they've overheated on that way. Raga and Happy Way have made their way onto site. Happy Way is getting a little bit scarily trying to chase here down. It now all comes down And look, once again, Happy waits for the push. The Teho and a Yoru. Quite compositionally different with the double controller on Coconut and Happyway as well, on how this map even starts to be played out. And I mean, what can you do when Raga is on fire? Well, you answer back with YZ to answer on fire on a 3K, but Coconut puts YZ back in place.
I mean, stuns don't exist apparently, they're just cosmetic right now. Rusha do not matter to this player. Coconut don't do it. Both these Omens just not wanting to risk it. Versus 2 situation. Viper's Pit is going to be used. They find themselves in a situation where it is so difficult to retake this space, to play around these members that are just ready and waiting for them to tap that spike.
Okay, Happyway. We've seen the door before. It's the one player that you wanted to take down as well. With the Viper's Pit falling, now it's only Rusha left to stand, and they get put down just as well. Happyway is on absolute fire.
This map on Fracture, we saw Bilibili in the driver's seat this game. Eli just completely taking control.
They have the read on how this map is playing out. They seem to be very comfortable at playing through marked improvements. Yes, the one before, but this is a different read. Dimensional drift.
Armageddons are going to be used. Energy pushing forwards. They want to keep the spirits high, so they need to win this round. Bilibili just going aggressive yet again. Viva taken down, and it's everybody going down one at a time and in an unexpected round. Want to hit this A site Happyway in a sneaky little position, using their own orb to just play around, to try gain an advantage. And the Rolling Thunder is going to be used. It hits absolutely everyone. It's about to be a massacre on site. Chaos ensues. It's XLG just running through, just creating a blender on site. But when YZ is alive, you cannot take anything for granted. It does not matter if you hit this person with a stun, they will still find a way to get kills.
Rolling Thunder actually got Happyway killed in their own smoke as well. Fired up into the air and then walked back down into the shorty of Rusha. But lessons that we can learn from this game is inevitably when there is a smoke, expect to die, because XLG will shoot straight through it into your skull. And Rusha, a 1 versus 2 snow, tie this one up.
I love this. Playing together, playing off of each other. Know that it could be backside. They have no information just yet. The question is who takes this fight first. Viva gets it, but Coconut's there instantly to trade it out. 5 so far. This drone will collect a lot of information, and YZ goes unchecked. Raga will be the first to fall. The stun to try and take YZ out of the game, but as the teammate breaks the door, an escape route is planned out and a backtrack for XLG. Billy's read it though. They've already got 3 members pushing out of this B side of the map, looking for a potential flank. The fault line counters them. Happyway just that bit quicker with the pistol. Now it's an even numbers game. Both these teams having their equal share members on the map.
Opened into garden, a sign of potentially where this could go, but it's a fake to draw the players across. Plant eventually going to be stuck down onto B, or even walking through onto C, but Rusha will be taking the first contact. The paranoia is absolutely massive, and it ends up in a knife, but there's 12 seconds left to go, and K-Knight is there with the bullets to stop that one from getting out of control.
Both members stunned, both members mollied off. They just have to enter the gulag, pull out the knives and try to bop each other. And while it's a funny interaction, it's a round win for this Bilibili squad. K-Knight finishing that one off for us. And I feel like you've got to question that push through. You know, Yoru taken out so early on this map. It's a very key, not as aggressive as they usually are. Aerodrone's going to spot 2. They know the information's there. Fault line slows down this push just a little bit, but they want to swing out. They want to try to find these kills. Levius pushing forwards. but there's nothing to find. And every member from every team is on this site trying to find these kills, trying to find these picks, but Raga just can't be stopped. And now K-Knight all alone with nothing to do.
Oh, if this wall drops, though, it could be a shooting range for K-Knight. Called in reinforcement. Raga gets the first, and so do YOU and Happyway. Just when things looked like they were in a position for BLG, all the pressure can be applied on C. Now the dimensional drift comes in. The reaction has to be correct.
EP. It's only a classic. Hold the classic out, yeah. hoping that maybe they don't know it's a judge, but G-Lai, not a team that often over-aggresses and pushes forward, so I don't think Rush is going to have any ask in this round.
Oh, but when they do TP back to safety, YC is stood there just waiting like, hello. But there's Viva. Quickly answers back. Are they aware that Coconut is pushed out? Yes, they are. The flash is great, and it allows for K-Knight to open things up. The Rolling Thunder to force them back. It means you can focus on these players on site.
Rish is going crazy, just jumping round onto site. And why are you now left alone? And that judge does even more work. And even one. So good for them. Just the one kill is all they need, but a bit of damage, backs away, gains that information, rotates are going to start coming through, and Bilibili has the utility to work with, but YZ feels confident, feels like they can find these kills, but it will just be to their detriment. They are taken down, and 30 seconds left. G-Lai feels like they have to commit. Armageddon is going to use the flash, is perfect to pair with it, and just like a perfectly cooked steak dinner, the G-Lai site takes are so tasty.
Yeah, he got the Viper's Pit online from that kill as well. Uses that to what should cement this round. Nep in a 1 versus 3. Yes, YOU has low HP, but the spam gives away the position.
Coming through, a very powerful position for Coconut, but it will be spotted out now. They're going to know exactly where this player is, and the spam through from Rusha nets that kill, but it is a counter. Nef available, has the Rolling Thunder. It could just shut down the attack. It's the bounce house coming through, and YOU gets out to safety, but Happyway's left all alone. A swing out will net another kill to Raga, a player that you were expecting to offer more for this team.
Now it's a 2 versus 2. Spike hasn't been planted quite yet. You can see XLG just want to try and take a little bit more space, and honestly, just probably try and deny a Vandal being picked up, but YZ just missing that chip spot. You know now where both players are, and it's a focus onto K-Knight, knowing that YZ can't push through with the ult, but does have the overdrive.
Thunder invested as well. You spoke about those ultimates and how important they were. There's only 2 players you want those Vandals on. You'll be very happy with Happyway having it, but it doesn't matter when YZ is just that bit quicker on the flick. You look at the flick of the wrist, it will make things happen. Raga finds Levius, who just leaps back into their own pit, back into safety, but they are eventually taken out. The spike is going to go down, but there's only 2 members on site. If Bilibili goes now, they will have all the advantage, but they don't know that. Feel like they have to wait.
Trying to play this one intelligently, but it's drawing out a lot of util from XLG just to try and stall for as much time as possible. Raga holding by stairs. Top of the spike should do it, but you see the gun barrel. You see the fights coming in, and XLG are starting to win now. Starting to win this through. The spam is good in Coconut. Sheriff in hand gets the kill, and now we'll put XLG onto map point. It's not like this from BLG, just aware that there's some sense on C, and they're all just holding their positions, forcing it through. Raga tries a hero TP off the back of a stun, but the whole squad were almost aiming at that 1 TP spot.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't an effective play, and there's just nothing that they can do now. They have been completely found out by Bilibili.
Playing into a massive post plan.
Ollie could be used to slow them down, but it doesn't matter when you have 2 members that can TP past it. They've gained access to this C site. Bilibili might potentially be looking for their last retake of the map.
Going aggressive, playing in this smoke, trying to take as much space back from this Bilibili side as possible.
Numbers. Ollie's being used. You pushing out the smoke has found the perfect timing, but can't get the kills. And Bilibili has found themselves an advantage, has found themselves an opportunity, and the spike is being stuck. It's got to half. The molly's used as well, but it's Raga that's already got 3. And Lucia left all alone with nothing to do. And in a round that Bilibili thought they would win, G-Lai has pulled it from their hands like taking candy from a baby. Being able to head straight into playoffs in Toronto, which is such a big advantage.
I like this start, just breaking the wall straight off the bat, not afraid to jump past it. Yes, the Astra was a little bit delayed in the push, but pushing straight through it. But Levius and Russia happy to just fight back on site, keeping this one at a close tie.
Raga already used most of those shots, has 1 bullet left in the chamber. The golden gun need to find its mark if they have any hope of winning this round. A 2 versus 3 situation is never one you want to be in.
Oh, but it is certainly winnable. XLG are on an absolute torment of a run, and Raga showing exactly why being on this chamber has been happening. Ready to come in and fight, but the low HP allows the time for Viva.
Finds a bit of an angle to find a fight, but it will be nothing else. And a push through Art is going to pinch them in towards this site. They are out in the open, but there's so many smokes for them to play off. So many angles that they can try sneak themselves into. And in classic XLG fashion, it is a fake and switch.
At least BLG have some form of numbers here, and it will be Wisey that gets to tap through. Happy tries to go further, but it's Coconut who picks up the 2 kills with the Sheriff. Plant trying to come in. Will look for more. Raga with the Headhunter finds 2 beautiful heads, and it is only the 1 member left. Position noted and weapon upgraded.
Nothing really to work with. Finds the spam of 1, but with no bullets left. 6 shots will be not enough as Raga is playing this map so clean.
Not even been bought, it's been rented.
Hey, I mean, you know, someone's got to build that business. Someone's got to look good in those Lambos. But it's G-Lai just taking their time. They know this potential operator could be here. Why is he? Where are you going? I mean, just running forwards with the operator, but it's Raga that is going to use that sniper to great effectiveness, finding themselves an opening pick. And Coconut not sure if Wisey's left and doesn't really want to take the risk, so just going to back away.
I think that's the right idea. Make sure that you're not giving up any numbers. You know you've caused a whole lot of chip damage and gets the ultimate online, but for Coconut, you have to be favouring this a situation that makes you escape. Gets you some freedom, and you pick it up over on Russia.
I mean, that shot was insane. But Wisey finally gives BLG something.
They will just be walking into this Judge of Russia, which could be costly.
At least 1. Neff looking to trade it out, will not be able to get anything done. With loads of members sprinting towards them, they've got the utility to stall, and they've got the agents on this site to do so. XLG have found themselves in a bit of a standstill, trying to push forwards, have access to that Hunter's Fury, but will not be able to use it. And it's now Neff left all alone to be the hero on this site. And they're managing to do so. It's finally Bilibili finding themselves an advantage. Maybe Neff can do more, and they will do what's asked of them. IOU, access to that steel garden. This site, if BOG decides to defend it, they will be doing it without weaponry. Rusha hoping to use some utility to stall it out. Be a classic in hand. It's going to hide in their own smoke, but it should be obvious to this G-Lai squad. They know there's a player there, but they just can't make their way forwards. Ultimates from both teams being thrown across. No one can hear, no one can see. It doesn't matter, the weaponry is back online, and Bilibili are wanting to turn this round around.
And they're doing a good job at it, using the Nightfall to take everything away that XLG came in, but now it's YOU looking to progress, but BLG finally playing as a team, crossing through, but Coconut has cracked this defense from Bilibili. But YZ's position unnoted.
An operator on mine is not a weapon you want in these situations. Bit of time to work with. Is looking for the half. Coconut is swinging, but won't be taken down. And YZ now has to make the move. Has already halved the spike. Coconut just swings, but will be taken out. And Bilibili breathes a sigh of relief as YZ, their carry, can bring them another round.
Coconut does their best to try and save that round for XLG, but I almost feel like after this first peak where he forced off YZ off the spike and had to get away with their life, you feel like maybe won't be used just yet. Want to get through this choke point on mid.
Not another shotgun play. Rusha's in the exact same position they've been before, and at the same time, almost as if it was coordinated in sync. YZ peeks out. It cannot get the second though. It gives Gila access to this orb. Gila wants to push the pace. They want to take advantage while they know they have the numbers here. But there is so much util being thrown back at them, stalling them from taking this site. And Neff finds another kill that just should slow them down. The spike is in such a dangerous position. And all members of BLG are here. It is up to Viva, the IGL, the captain, left all alone, cannot do it.
Can they answer it back? It will just be a straight up B hit this time. But did I mention the drift clearing out through mid?
No judge to have to worry about in this round. Dimensional drift, like I said, is used to clear sight, gain that information. But it's a counter-dimensional drift from YZ. And Happyway doing their best YZ impression, pulling out the shorty. But at least they are on site this time, so maybe they can find a kill.
They've got themselves up. Rusha with an absolute smoker of a kill that saves their team from falling. Happyway with this shorty will be looking to show YZ how you use the shorty. Does get one kill, and now this post plant needs to be perfect. Snow.
I mean, investment into a save round. Hunter's Fury used by Viva was hoping to find a kill, doesn't get anything, and there is 40 seconds. They can just move, but I feel like they would love to end on this B site to get themselves a rifle onto Viva and give themselves the best chance.
I got so caught up in the chaos, I thought the spike had went down, but it's not. It's still being held up at the top of B main. Rarga wants to peek at this smoke and get an impact kill, but will only fall to the floor as they try to TP into safety. All right, BLG have the site held down thoroughly.
You can't contest players like YZ and Rusha when they're playing as well as they are. A 5-5 scoreline now, all even up. XLG wanting to keep pushing forwards. There is a smoke defending them, so they don't have to worry too much about the tail utility that's being used. And now the Steel Garden is going to make this operator completely useless. It's just YZ alone with a classic. He is going to be able to swing around. I say a classic, make that a sheriff. The headshot is found, but it's only one kill netted. XLG are online, on point to be able to make this last round go in their favor. But it's BLG, that flood retaking, and with the fade, util are able to completely close out this half.
BLG, they'll be hoping that that group draw isn't imminent. They'll be hoping that it's still life in this series yet. Tied up at 6. They only need 7 to take us to map number 4.
They're already making aggressive play. All 5 members are towards mid. They want to take advantage of this push, and they have managed to do so. But with that information, BLG goes, thank you very much. We will take this B site for free. And you said we wanted to see people link up with YZ. How are you going to follow this when this man is just sprinting into the enemy spawn?
Sprinting with the shift buttons down, making his way through, but causes a little bit of chaos and stops the defense retracting quite quickly, allows the plant to come down, and now it's up to Rarga to get the team back onto site.
One player that you want to be leading that charge, it is Rarga. Had such a good series so far. Manages to get a little bit of damage over towards Levius, but it's taken it out. And off of the back of that, it's Bilibili that have forced Coconut into what is a near unwinnable situation. Time dwindling down, and they're just not offering fights. They're playing Ring Around the Rosies. They're just hiding. Why shoot at them when you don't need to? There's no need to find the kill at all. And while Coconut will find the one, it's Knight cleaning it up, and it's near perfect movement. There is any team that likes to win 1v3 situations when they're not expected to. It is Bilibili.
And we've really yet to see a big performance from K-Knight in this series. This could be it. And the first 2 kills are massive. It's absolutely huge. Has the Nightfall available as well. The eye, the haunt is coming ever so quickly. Really have the time to reposition. The haunt identifies YOU's position. Now you see the Vines trying to lay a push through. If anything, it's stopped. And this is perfectly played from K-Knight. The delay on time is great, but eventually YOU will swing and kill, and XLG a very costly round, but it's one on the board regardless.
Oh my gosh, I thought we were going to see it right after we call it, right after we jinx it. I thought we were going to see the 1 versus 3, but I mean, this nice set play, but both teams kind of reading it. It goes a little bit sketchy because the haunt is perfect, but that's a poor kill from BLG. It's all A site here. There are members ready to stop this push, ready to counter it. Happyway swinging out, gets information that this player's there. Spike is going to go down. The wall is used, and why is he doing their classic aggressive movements, taking these fights as best as they can? Everybody's ready with this util. It's a counter from both sides. Flashes fired across the map, as neither of these teams can gain any ground. Drone lets them know this player's there, information that they already knew. And as they try to peek out, Happyway finds nothing, and they will just be taken down by the perfect crossfires of BLG, and it's Wisey yet again being that carry.
On Fracture on map number 1, and certainly ran with it here. There'll be a big fight coming up on A main. The flash is dodged, but it'll be a 1-for-1. Can they get away from it? You do see Happyway take the TP away to safety and almost just abandon Viva. Be like, sorry dude, I'm out of here. You've got this yourself. Play back for it, but Viva smartly backtracks back into the dugout. And that is a huge start as well. Reveals 3, but unable to get any kills from it.
Hunter's Fury is going to be used, can stall out the plant at the very least. Ultimate's being thrown by both these teams. Ruja has absolutely nowhere to go, and Wisey feels like it has to be forwards. They have left Neff all alone. No weapon to work with. The Steel Garden, that's so mean. They're all alone. The rifle is going to be pulled out now, and they haven't been spotted. This is the perfect position. They found 1, it should lead to 2, and now a 1 versus 1 situation. It is Neff versus Happyway, 2 key performing members. Part of the supporting cast for both these teams, but it's Neff that will be the carry.
No, how have they let that happen? A 1 versus 3 against a player with a classic. I get that we're scared that they might not be playing closely. The ult doesn't hit the whole site. But you need to be using that drone earlier. You need to be trying to take the space faster.
Bilibili, they look like a completely different team on this map, Ledge.
It's almost as if they just wanted to give us the best value for money in this best of 5. A reverse sweep for the ages, making sure that all grand finals are unbelievable. And right now, I mean, they're definitely in the driver position even more. They're at the gate, they're paid for their ticket for map number 4. Haven is where they want to be right now. Besides a miracle from Chilai Gaming to even get back into this round, never mind the map.
Going to be used. It's countered with a fade ult as well. Space is gained, but it's not enough. It's a 1 versus 5 that will not be converted. And it is Bilibili saying we are going to have to play at least 1 more map.
Pushing through in towards garage. Smokes off so they can't be shot, but that camera will get a lot of information. The paranoia hits backside, allows up. The stun is dodged. Can Chilai get the reinforcements here on time? No, it's going to be Wisey, who doesn't just collect 1, but collects a double for their money. And now this plant can safely go in, and Chilai have a hard task at the retake.
You know what YZ's like. They are definitely going to try play an aggressive angle, potentially push into this smoke. Doesn't want to risk it though. Knows they have a good crossfire. He's to teleport to get to safety if needs be. Is going to opt to use it. XLG have managed to even up the numbers, but it's still a retake situation. Time still dwindling, and it's YZ already got 3 kills. Only 2 more to find if they want their potential ace. Raga shuts that down, and off the back of it, Neff coming through Garage finds a kill. And Raga looking to close this round out, but there's just no time to work with. They have to stick the plan, the defuse. They have no time at all.
Human drone that's left with that gun that can afford to just wander the map and get as much information, but is playing with the rest of the team, maybe hoping to pick up a gun based off the kill. Dimensional drift from YZ just clears up so much space that allows this hit to come in. The drone is so poorly timed that YZ able to walk through and get 2 kills with the Spectre, almost turning this full buy into a save already. YZ unstoppable right now. A 3K looking for more has just been such a menace in the backline. Will cause the flash, and Hathaway has to forced into dealing with this. The first ace is chasing it down, and Raga just has to run away.
Just going to be saving all alone, and we've been speaking about making history here, Veggie, in terms of the fact that EDG are not going to be winning this split. But not only that, YZ has made history themselves. They have got the kill record in terms of kills within one series off the back of those kills they just got.
What a way to do it, eh? Just stumble through a smoke, pick up 2 kills, and then hunt everyone else down. Kills on, but you see the energy to hold off so that if that push does come, you know roughly at least where one player is. You have to deal with that trip to get out of spawn, and now you walk into Garage. It's Coconut who picks up 2 kills. A huge clutch player from before will give their team a chance, and Hathaway traps the spike. Is this about to be another Thrifty falling into the hands? The timing is insane. YZ walking past that trip. Hathaway has no idea what's to come, but still gets the kill. And you would be, because they've lost the last 2 rounds by doing this. And it could very much be a repeat here. They don't check that first corner. They lose a kill. The paranoia here will come close to allowing a reposition, but ultimately the kill from Russia is perfect. And then trade is not too stabby. YOU in a 1v3 picks up 2 kills. We'll look for that last one. Russia solo HP tries to get the classic, but YOU with the taunt across the stage as well finds the third. I believe that's a 3rd round here for XLG as well.
It's not a clean round. It's not one that you can really hope to replicate at all. But if you can rely on one player, it is YOU. Was MVP of that first map, and we saw them beat this BLG squad on Fracture, and proving why that was the case. Clutching it out when their team needs them most.
This
is the issue, right, with that attack turning off. They lost it. And now the defenders go, thank you very much. We get an operator for free, and we will take full advantage of that, as already 2 picks have been found by this weapon that was handed over to them. Off the back of that, BLG has absolutely 0 hope in this round.
We're not going to let you, but we're not going to over-rotate either. We are happy to sit and fight sites, and rightly so. When you have people like Coconut on prime form, you have Hathaway able to just kill you without even looking at you. It's perfect. You can see this site hold so well constructed.
Good situation. This could be an absolute chaotic round. Both Armageddons are used. The blasts are pushing everybody everywhere. But it is BLG that are out on top at the moment. Kills are going to be traded back and forth. Space gained by XLG and Happyway just in the shooting gallery. With no health to work with, they can't drop. And they just have to die. There could be a potential walkout from mid, so they've placed a player there to watch it.
YZ ready with that flash. Could someone peek down? You can see the counteract, and it does push out. It claims not 1, but 2 kills, and looking for a 3rd. Not to get it just quite yet. Reaction causes Viva to push up sewers to try collect themselves.
And an all-important kill on a player that was looking to capitalize on a gap that had been made. See, completely open now. Spike being ran towards that side of the map, and like G-Lai, it is save protocol right now.
Yeah, you've already given some upgrades across to Bilibili. You don't really want to give them this operator to let them use, and now it is just you against the world, and K-Knight in a perfect position to stop this. Raga cannot afford to go walkabouts. He's trapped in every single corner. You just feel like it's inevitability at this rate.
Well, maybe it's game time, Veggie, but no, not quite.
I know, shorties, Odin's, everything being invested to try and win this round for either team. It'll be this dimensional drift that opens up the information for Bilibili. D-site, completely free. Entry from Russia on that first kill on Happyway, and that is a huge player down if you're Bilibili.
Raga's going to gain the information that everybody is on site and is now behind them, has an opportunity to maybe make something happen, but needs to find this first kill. But here comes YOU. K-Knight's on site. Is the sole player left alive? Armageddon is going to give them space, but Coconut with a 4K just shutting down BLG.
Coconut, by the way, is having some game. I feel like being overshadowed this whole series by the likes of Raga, by the likes of Happyway. We'll say yes. We'll say I made that fun on purpose, right? We'll give myself the credit, but especially on this map, Coconut has just been something completely different. Anytime Bilibili are in such a favourable position.
First round Fever making that decision that A site might be the weaker site. They know Knight's all alone. He's going to have to back out and back away. And it's going to be Bilibili having to play forward.
Franklin gets the plant down, but they have 4 members steaming ahead on the flank. The first questions are how you deal with that, and it has to be strong. You can't allow yourselves to hyper-focus too much, and that's exactly what's happening. Levius and YZ making this retake a little bit better, but Coconut once again picks up 2 kills, but has to find an ace. Hasn't done it quite yet. Will this be the round? No, it will not. Quickly answered. Coming in on this attack side for G-Lai. Going up against some rifles in the hand of Bilibili, and Lucia is in a great spot to pick up 1 kill. Will get taken down by Raga eventually, but Coconut as well with the shadows into spawn collects 2 kills, and all of a sudden this huge buy from Bilibili has fallen quickly away. Push this even further, but the first test is going to be Russia with this judge, but won't find a single thing.
Was an opportunity, but not one that they will capitalize on. And now Levius, the sacrificial lamb, left all alone on site yet again. There are members backing them up now, but Neff will be able to do nothing as a speed run round for XLG and a heavy presence towards C. As YOU just instantly takes out who has been the player that has been the MVP for this Bilibili squad so far. Raga has already found themselves up towards B. Spike's going to go down, and it seems like G-Lai wants to go home because they are just speed running some of these rounds. Bilibili's peeks out, gets nothing from it. Off the back of that, it is yet another round that ends in under 30 seconds.
Just fantastic.
Weird situation right now as Coconut's going to lurk over towards A, looking to find a member isolated, but YZ's read it. And on the other side of the map, it's XLG just swinging out, but they don't really have much form to this push. They're just getting spammed down and isolated in each gunfight that they try to take. And with YOU, the last player alive, taken down.
The ult becomes a little bit ineffective. But they're not aware that YZ is just going to walk down and really make this even harder to watch.
Rolling Thunder used as well to push forwards onto site. 2 XLG members cowering in the Omen smoke, and they will peek out of the angles, but Armageddon is going to use to push them back. Raga misses a shot, a very rare situation for them that will cost the round, and Bilibili looking to pull this one back. But I love this. They fake the presence, use the fake TP. Now the operator could go huge, but Happyway, how do you win that fight? Knight has to be the hero. All alone on site, Armageddon's going to be used to force him into a terrible position. And off the back of the trades, it is BOG that have evened up the numbers. Spike, not yet gone down. A minute still to work with. They don't have to force this one through. They seem to want to push towards A. It's a Cypher that is here, ready and waiting for you to fall into their trap.
It's an interesting one that you push into the Cypher who would have the traps and the information available rather than pushing into Russia on that Omen. All the angles have been known. If you're BLG, you know exactly where these players are, but maybe it doesn't matter. When Viva takes down Levius, Russia 1 versus 2, Rarga's health is so low. Goes up the one way, will spam through and does collect both of them and gets the spike for good measure. Bilibili Gaming are back.
That shows the prowess on this agent. I feel like it's so rare to see that. Someone throw a one-way to peek. It's not a one-way that's going to land on anything. It's not going to be an effective smoke after it drops, but you use it as an aggressive piece of utility to make that peek happen. It works so well. There's absolutely nothing that Raga can do but just get spammed down as soon as their teammate escape that they should be heading here very soon.
Up on side, deal with the trap this time, gets the kill onto YZ into CT, and now it'll allow them to set up for the plant. But you see Levius trying a little trick play, drop down from heaven, doesn't work. XLG about to maybe collect another round.
I don't know if it's worth saving. It's such a big risk to save. But if you lose these rifles, it could be so detrimental. Fault line going to be used by YOU to stall out for just a little bit. Has access to another flash. Paranoia leads the charge. Neff gets the first kill, and the rest of the players pulling through as well. But the trades are so good. And Knight has been left alone to be the hero. K-Knight has to be this professional player to make it work, but it will not be enough. And it is map, no, series point for XLG. Dimensional drift used by Raga gets that information. They know that there's 2 players here now. It could be a potential pivot, but they want to end it here. They want this to be the game-winning play. They've gained the front of sight, but they haven't took back just yet. Util to be used. Levius shuts it down. They were left alone, but not now, as they get another through a concuss. How have they managed to do that? And off the back of this happy way, all alone. Needs to do something if they are to win this game right here, right now. But everybody knows exactly where they are. And Billy only needs 1 more round. Izzy is all alone. They can find that pick. It could be very effective, but knows it's a fake clone. TP out isn't good enough, but Neff is here to trade. And everybody's converging on this site, forcing this Bilibili squad. Push forwards, XLG can't do anything. They have to back away. Spike in their hands, tails between their legs. And options need to be reassessed.
Eva sitting here with the sheriff as well, not in a position to go and claim any of those guns that have been failed on B site. This is 4. Bald man mode activated. Give some information, but when you know where the fights have gone down, you know where Happyway has to be to have used that. And now you walk into some trips and spam trying to capitalise, but the site is going to be the standing ground.
This is the last chance. If they want to close this out cleanly, Gilai have to make their move here, have to find these kills, but the spike goes down, and so does Happyway, and we will find ourselves in an overtime. Comes to cooking, both these teams very experienced in that. Trying to cook a little bit towards garage, but it's not quite the kitchen. Need to back away. Somehow, Bilibili have already found themselves with 3 members dead. It's just Rusha and K-Knight all alone. Make it just K-Knight. Not going to be able to do anything at all.
Start waiting to get the information off the trips. And it will be that walks right into the first, falls for the fake out, and K-Knight opens up the killing on this half.
I don't know how they live so long on the site, but it doesn't matter because they have been taken down and it's a retake situation on one of the most historically hardest sites to retake. And now, not only that, it's Russia in a 1 versus 4, has to do absolutely everything and will be able to do nothing but lose and watch this G-Lai Gaming squad celebrate.
What a performance, what a final map, what a series.
What a moment for these players, making history. Cheers from the crowd, deservedly so, as they have done the unthinkable. They have dethroned Edward Gaming. What a way to do it.
What a fashion.